Hello, hello. My name is Taylor Eaton. I'm a human design and money mindset expert, and I have helped thousands of people to leverage their unique human design in their business to create more impact and income with ease, all in a way that works for them. And so I've been doing this work for years now, and I have seen such a huge transformation, not just in my own business by using human design, but also in my clients' businesses. And I've just seen phenomenal results from people really understanding the different parts of their human design and how they can use it to create business strategies and structures and offers that work for them, right? And really play to their unique strengths and magnetize people who are dream clients, dream customers right to them, right? And so I wanted to create this guide to walk you through the different parts of the human design chart, to kind of connect the dots of what parts of the chart we look at to create different parts of business strategy or a sales strategy, or how we build connection with our audience, things like that, right? So that's what we're going to dive into in just a moment. I'm going to put some slides up on the screen so that you can have a visual as we walk through the human design chart together. And I just know that this stuff, it's changed my life. It's changed my business. It's helped me go from struggling to make $2,000 a month in my business to making upwards of $35,000 in my business per month, right? So I can't wait to really help you understand how powerful human design is in your business and give you some insight into that. And if you want to go deeper and learn all about the key elements of your design, learn how each one of them specifically can be used, different specific strategies for them, I have some resources for you on that, and I'm going to touch on those at the end of this video. But first, I want to give you this video guide. I want to walk you through the different key parts of the chart and connect those dots for you of how these elements in your chart can be really applied to create that soul aligned business for you.
Okay, here we go. Let's dive into our video guide on how to use human design in your business. Let's start connecting the dots between the different parts of the human design chart and how they translate into business. So if you haven't already, this is a great time to pause the video and pull up your own human design chart so that you can use it to follow along with as we go through these next few slides. You can use any chart software you like to pull up your chart. I personally love using mybodygraph.com. You can create a free account there and save and store your chart there, as well as any charts you may want to pull for friends and family, coworkers, team members, clients, anything like that. If you don't want to create a free account, no worries. You can just Google free human design chart and a bunch of different sites will come up, which allow you to pull up your human design chart without even creating an account for them. And you just type in your birth info and it'll pop out a chart that looks something like this one we have on the screen. The human design chart is also called the body graph. And whatever chart software you use, pretty much all of them also generate some sort of written text description that accompanies the chart. So we're going to use this sample chart that you see on screen throughout this video, but just be sure to follow along with yours if you want to. Okay, so we're going to start with energy type. And energy type is kind of like the first thing that most people learn about their human design, right? Like if someone has just learned about human design, they tend to know their energy type and maybe nothing else, right? So in order to locate your energy type, if you don't know what it is, just look at the written text description of your chart. You can see here on the chart properties from our sample chart, I've circled it in red. This person is a generator. There are 5 possible energy types. You will only ever be one. And so you might be a manifestor, a generator, a manifesting generator, a projector, or a reflector. So identify which one you are. And when we talk about energy type, what energy type tells us in general is it tells us how we best exchange energy with the world around us, how each of our unique energy levels are best leveraged, right? Which is really important for avoiding burnout in your personal life and in your business. And it also gives us a strategy to follow for sharing our gifts with others. So when it comes to business, we use your energy type to structure your general business and work style. So things like how many hours are you meant to kind of work in a day? And are you meant to show up on a bunch of live calls or do group coaching? Or are you meant to do more passive offers or, whatever niche you're in, whatever work you do? It's just kind of generally figuring out how do you structure your day-to-day energy output. What's the best use of your energy, right? We also use your energy type to structure the different kinds of offers in your business, to structure your sales strategies and your launch strategies. So next we have authority. So authority, again, can be found in the written text description of your chart. So for our example chart, we have this authority property here, and I've circled it in red. This sample chart has a sacral authority. And there are 7 authorities. You will only ever have one main authority that is listed in the chart property, and that's what we're looking at here. So the 7 different authorities are emotional authority, which is also called solar plexus authority. We have the sacral authority, the splenic authority, the heart, or also called the ego authority, the self-projected authority, the mental, or also called sounding board authority, and the lunar authority, which sometimes I've also seen lunar authority referred to as no authority or none, right? If you're a reflector, you automatically have the lunar authority. Reflectors are the only one with the lunar authority, and that's the only authority that they can possibly have. If you are a projector and see that it says no authority, it's just that you have a mental authority. They're just using a different term for it. So when we look at authority, in general, authority indicates how you use your inner guidance, right? How your inner guidance manifests for you, what it sounds or feels like in your body, how it functions, and it gives us some insight into how to work with our inner guidance to create exponential results for ourselves. When it comes to business, we use authority to make all business decisions, big and small, in a way that works for each of us per our authority, right? We use our authority to find ideal pricing for your offers. And we use authority to guide any strategies or offers to ensure that they feel aligned for you, and also to weed out any strategies that aren't aligned for you. So authority really is it's something that it's usually the second thing people learn about their human design chart, right? The first thing they'll learn about is their energy type. And then the second thing they'll learn about is their authority. And so the authority is really such a key part of your design, because it really is how you make decisions in life, all decisions, right? And when you kind of master this, creating your own business strategies, kind of doing your own thing, doing business your way becomes so much simpler, because you understand how to find the next right step within yourself from that authority that you have, right? So it's such a powerful thing. It's something I don't hear talked about enough, I feel, in especially the human design and business world, where those two kind of worlds connect. But authority is something that I work with quite a bit with my clients to help them get clear on exactly how to use it, how to trust it, and how to leverage it to make all those little and big decisions in their business along the way. Okay, now we have defined energy centers. So in order to locate your defined energy centers, you'll want to look at the body graph version of your chart, right? The image of your chart. And you want to look at the centers that are colored in. Now, when we talk about energy centers, there are 9 energy centers. They are these geometric shapes throughout your chart. And I have them all labeled for you here so you know which one's which. But each colored in energy center is a defined energy center. So the energy centers in general govern a different type of energy per center. So for example, the spleen center governs intuition, the throat center governs communication and manifestation, et cetera, et cetera. Your defined energy centers indicate what energy you have consistent access to at all times. So this sample chart we're looking at, they have a defined ajna, defined throat, defined G center, defined heart center, defined sacral center, defined root center. So this person is someone that I would say they have a continual access to ideas and logic with their ajna center. They have a continual ability and consistent ability within themselves to always communicate those opinions and logic and ideas very clearly, because that ajna is connected to the throat center, right? And on and on and on. But there are ways that we get to leverage each of these defined centers in our business. And so in business, we look at your defined centers to create your brand messaging, because the defined centers are the things, again, that you have consistent access to. That means that we can create your branding pillars related to the energy that these defined centers govern because you're always going to be able to talk about them. That's always going to come easily to you, right? Because you're always going to be able to tap into the energy of those defined centers. This also means that because this is where your brand messaging comes from, this is also where you create a lot of your content from, is from your defined centers. And this is also where you refine and your niche and or your audience or your ideal client, right? Because again, this kind of determines what you're talking about in your business, what you're addressing, regardless of what industry you're in. It's the different branding pillars or content buckets, some people call them, that you are creating content or marketing around. And now on the flip side, we have the undefined energy centers. So in order to locate the undefined energy centers on your chart, you want to make note of which centers are white. So the centers that are not colored in, the white centers, are your undefined energy centers. So this example chart, again, that we have, they have an undefined crown, an undefined spleen, and an undefined solar plexus. Now, the undefined energy centers in your chart indicate what energy you don't have consistent access to at all times. So for example, this person doesn't have consistent access to intuition and into what's safe and what's not, right? Which is governed by the spleen center. That's kind of the fear and survival and instinction and intuition center, instinct center in the chart. And this person doesn't have consistent access to it because the spleen center is undefined. So the cool thing though about our undefined centers is that even though you don't have consistent access to the energy that center governs, you can easily pick up on that energy from someone else who has that center defined and amplify it. You just won't be doing that all the time, right? So this means that in business, we look at your undefined energy centers to bring more depth to your marketing and to the different content you're talking about that comes originally from your defined centers. This is where we create more powerful call to actions and content that converts, that really connects with our audience on a very deep level. Because again, we're amplifying energy with these centers, right? And this is also where we can really look to improve sales conversations. Again, just through understanding how to use the amplified energy when we can tap into it of these undefined centers to our advantage and to help the people we're talking to see how what we are selling can benefit them. Okay, and then lastly, we have profile. So in order to locate your profile, you want to look at the written text description of your chart. And you'll see second line from the bottom there on that chart property screenshot is from our sample chart is the profile category. And profile for this chart is the 2-4. It's the two numbers that come at the end of that description there, the hermit opportunist description. So you want to look for those two numbers to identify your profile. There are 12 different types of profile. I've listed them here on the left side of the screen. But you just want to find the combination of numbers that makes up your profile. Now, your profile in general tells us how you best learn, how you best share your knowledge with others, and where to place your focus in order to best help others grow. Profile really does even much more than that in human design, but just since this is just covering the basics, that's what kind of we're honing in on here. Now in business, we use profile to create strategies for establishing yourself as an authority or expert for your audience, creating connection with your audience so that they're ready to buy when you have something to offer. We use profile to figure out how we can better our sales conversations and also create launches that sell out easier because we are really playing to the strengths of the way that we best share our knowledge with others, right? Which is something that our profile tells us. So those are all the main components, right? Energy center or energy type, authority, defined energy centers, undefined energy centers, and profile. These are the things that we first start with when we start looking at how to apply human design to your business. Now, if you want to go much deeper into your unique human design and learn specific strategies and structures that you can use in your business in a way that honors your unique gifts and allows you to create more income and impact with ease the way you're designed to, that's what I have for you here with these different resources, right? I've created 2 different resources here, which I'll tell you a little bit about each of them, but I created some really powerful resources around human design and business because years ago, when I was first learning about human design, I was also starting my first business at the time, right? The business I currently have, but looked very different at the time. And I couldn't find any information on how to really use human design in my business. I found very vague blog posts and very vague videos or things that were behind massive paywalls of thousands and thousands of dollars. And as a new entrepreneur, I wanted to know how I could use my human design to build a really soul aligned business that was not only profitable, but also impactful and really helped people. And I couldn't find a way to get my hands on that information. And so over time, over lots of research and studying and trial and error and working with lots of clients and also lots of human design programs I've taken, I've created a few different resources around human design for business. So the first thing that I have is I have a set of energy type and business strategy master classes, one for each energy type. So these master classes are each $25 a piece, and they are a short training video to help you understand how to use your specific energy type in your business. They include, each of them is a 30-minute long video that covers an introduction to human design and in-depth explanation of your specific energy type and the top business strategies and structures that I recommend for your energy type. Now, if you want to go deeper and you already know that, and you're like, I want to go all and I want to use my human design to revolutionize the way I do business from the inside out, then I encourage you to check out the Human Design for Business program. That's the one listed on the right side of the screen here, which this is a much more in-depth program that has tons and tons of content in it to help bring all the key elements of your design into your business. The Human Design for Business program has 5 core modules where we talk about business structure, sales and launching, brand messaging, selling via content, offer structure, and money flow. It also includes 7 bonus modules, which includes the energy type and business strategy masterclasses. They're all available in this Human Design business program, right? And I also, in the 7 bonus modules, give you enough information in there and some guidance in there on how to do level 1 human design readings, so that if you go through this program and you see how much you love human design and you love using it in your business and you want to share that with others, with your clients in whatever niche you're in, whatever industry you're in, then I'm giving you the tools to do that as well. So that's just because I've had a lot of people go through this program and go through these 5 core modules that are in the Human Design for Business program. And then at the end of it, they're like, I need to use this with my clients in some way. How can I do that? So that's a lot of why these 7 bonus modules exist, is to give you the ability to do that if you like. And if not, they're just more info for you to use to understand more of your design and why the strategies that we are implementing in the 5 core modules really work for you, right? And then lastly, we have also our other bonus of the Human Design for Business program, which is the Sales Superpower program, which is such an incredible program that looks at specifically more in depth into how we use human design in sales, particularly, and how to make more sales and sign more clients with these. And that's a $99 value, and that's available as a bonus in the Human Design for program as well. So the Human Design for Business program is just $497. This used to be thousands of dollars when I ran this live as a mastermind with lots of calls and support and, chat support and things like that. But now it's self-paced. So that means it's also just so much more affordable at just $497. So if you want to go deeper into human design, you can't really go wrong either way. It just depends. If you just want a quick 30-minute video you can watch that just kind of gives you some basic strategies for your energy type to use in your business, then start with the energy type and business strategy masterclass. The link for that is below this video. If you know you want to go deeper and you want to grab instant access to the Human Design for Business program and get all of this amazing stuff and look at all the different elements of your design that we talked about today and a couple more, and how to use each one of those and get specific strategies for each of those and examples for each of those elements of your chart and how they are used in business, then definitely go grab your copy of the Human Design for Business program. Again, the link for that is below this video. It is such a powerful program. I can't say enough good things about it. And it's just been something that has changed so many people's lives. And I've had so many clients go through this program who are struggling to make money, and now they're making 10K months, 30K months. I had one client who went through it who was making 60K months after it, all that sort of thing. So I'd be honored to get to share either of these programs with you. But if not, then I would encourage you to just take what you got from this training and really value the unique gifts that you carry in your own inner guidance and use that in your business, because no 2 people will ever do business the same. We're all so different, so unique, and it's important to build a business that honors that.